Give me what I want. Give me what I want. You know what I want. Give me what I want, or I'm going to continue to hurt people you love. Give me what I want. Give me what I want. You know what I want. You just don't want to give it to me. Give it to me. Give me what I want.
We're going to give you what you want.
That's not what I want.
What's up? What's up? Good afternoon, guys, or good evening, wherever you are. It's April 17th, 2023, episode 64. It's all about wrestling. So yours truly, AEW Aaron Warder, on my wrestling. Oh, a hiccup! Sports Chat. Whoa, what a hiccup! I know. Sorry about that. Oh, wow. What wow, I'm sorry. That was it's one, yeah, I don't have the hiccups, I just hiccup once. Well. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry, I just got something from Twitter. It's really weird. I don't know. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. I just got something from Twitter. It's really weird. I don't know. I might try it out, or I might not. Whatever. But here, okay, guys. What's up? AW Aaron Warder, my man. Sorry, guys. Yeah, episode 64. This is a good episode. Let's say the description. Yes, we're gonna talk about Trish Stratus turning heel. We got an update on Becky Lynch. We're gonna talk about that. Cody Rhodes challenging Brock Lesnar for WrestleMania Backlash. What are you gonna think I was gonna say? What do you think I was gonna say? That's gonna be fun. Let's see what else we got. AEW stuff. Jeff Hardy returns to AEW. Appeared back on AEW Dynamite. We're definitely gonna talk about CM Punk at AEW. Separate shows to split the roster for people that don't want to work with each other. Possibly AEW. I don't know. Wrestling Week Review. We'll review all the shows in WWE. Raw. I did not see NXT, so I'm not going to review NXT. But we're going to talk Raw. SmackDown and Dynamite. We'll talk that. Yeah, we'll definitely talk that Becky Lynch stuff. And so on. We'll talk, the big stuff. Okay, well, let's get to the Trish Stratus stuff, okay? Okay. So this past Raw, Lita and Becky Lynch were out. No, I was just looking something on Twitter. I just got something on Twitter. It looks like Tony, I just got something on Twitter while I was doing the stream, and that took my attention away for a few seconds. And so after after I did the stream, I have to look at it again. It caught me completely off guard. It came out of nowhere, really. But okay, this past Raw, last week's Raw actually, right? Raw's on tonight. Last week's Raw. Lita and Becky Lynch. Becky were supposedly supposed to defend their tag team titles against Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan. But what happened was apparently somebody took out Lita, right? Took out Lita. So she wasn't able to compete. So Trish stepped up and decided to take Lita's place to help Becky defend the titles in the title match later that night on Raw. So while the match was going on, we knew there was talks of Trish turning heel. Eventually, her and Becky will have a match. It's in the dirt sheets, all that. At some point, they said maybe SummerSlam. So I knew eventually Trish was going to turn. I just didn't expect it to be like this or so quickly. Honestly, I didn't expect it to be so quickly. So what happened is she was defending the title with Becky. Fortunately, she got surprisingly pinned by Liv Morgan, a shocking pin, and she was frustrated, right? Obviously. Becky went to, said it's okay, don't worry about it, I'm not mad, I'm not angry, whatever. When Becky was about to go through the ropes, go backstage, Trish all of a sudden attacked her and kicked her. It took her out. That's when Trish turned heel. Now, Trish is semi-retired, but she'll be around for a while. So she turned heel, and nobody was like, why did she do that? Why did you turn on Becky? Like, right? Why? Why, Trish? Why? Like I said earlier in the beginning of the stream, we know what's going to happen. We know it's going to be Trish versus Becky. Maybe a SummerSlam, built to SummerSlam. But maybe that's why maybe there's a reason why they decided to pull the turn after the Brock Lesnar turned heel 2 weeks ago. Surprisingly, two big heel turns in a week in a row. It's really kind of rare wrestling these days. And in the other areas, like especially Attitude Era or WCW those times, yeah, you could probably see that very common. But in WWE these days, it's very rare to see massive heel turns following each other week by week. So, thank you for the like. I appreciate it. So it turns out this is possibly a reason why they did this. They did this turn. Turns out Becky Lynch, it will not be on Raw tonight. Okay. She said that on her Twitter account. She took away everything from her Twitter account. All these references. WWE. Like, I'm checking it right now. She changed her name. She changed the name on her Twitter account from Becky Lynch to Rebecca Quinn. That's her real name. Not even verified anymore. She's not even verified. Like, she took away her verification and all that. Like, it's like making out like she's not part of WWE anymore, But she's still part of WWE. She has a contract that expires in a year, in a couple of months. Like, people are speculating, oh my God, last week was a way to write her off WWE TV. No. She didn't write her off TV. Her contract doesn't expire. This is just her, playing character, playing kayfabe. Not kayfabe. Yeah, playing kayfabe right now. It's also because she was waited off TV for a time being. For this week, I don't know, she could appear next week, but for this week, possibly because she's dealing with an injury, not a serious injury, not a very serious injury, a minor injury. And she's been dealing with this minor injury for some weeks now. My guess is, she won the battle through WrestleMania. So it was WrestleMania, so she could have that match with Lita and Trish against Damage Control. She wanted to battle through because it's freaking WrestleMania. But since SummerSlam's not for like 3 or 4 months away, you could have her, take a little break and have her come back and let her heal up a minor injury. Apparently it's her foot. It's a minor foot injury. Let her heal up, and then you can continue And then you can start continuing this whatever is beginning between Trish and Becky. You don't need to you need Trish to explain her reasoning for the turn, obviously. But I wouldn't have her do it tonight. But maybe, I don't know. But let her heal herself up. Let Becky heal herself up. So I don't know. It's SummerSlam is early August, and we're about 3 months away, right? So maybe around late June, early July, build it up. Okay, that's what I would do. That's how I would do it. And then yeah, so and that Raquel and Liv Morgan became tag team champions, obviously. I like that. I never saw Trish Stratus wrestle live in person before until SummerSlam 2019 against Charlotte Flair. And I can tell you, Trish can still go. Okay, she did not retire. She retired at a very young age, and retired in 2006, like at a young 30, as a young 30-year-old, 31 or 32. So yeah, but she could still go. But that's Becky versus Trish is a big marquee match, obviously. We already had Trish versus Lita at one point. No, Lita versus Becky, but Becky versus Trish is a big match too, right? Trish, arguably the most famous women's wrestler of all time, right? Or definitely top 3. Her and Lita, definitely up there, right? The impact they both made. Now Becky is in that category in this day and age. Becky's definitely up there. Charlotte Flair is definitely up. I think Rhea Ripley is getting up there. Bianca Belair is getting up there. But yeah. Hey Tony, thank you for coming in. The chat, man. Thank you for that. But we expected a turn. I expected a turn. Okay, they wanted to build something big for Becky. Becky is at a point where she doesn't need a title all the time. We could put her in big matches. The big mega star doesn't need me title matches all the time. That's where Becky is right now, right? So we don't need her in title matches all the time. And right now, I don't know who's going after Bianca Belair. Rhea Ripley should not. Rhea Ripley, Becky. To me, Rhea Ripley and Bianca and Becky, those 3 should be. I'll say this: Rhea Ripley and Becky and Bianca. Rhea Ripley should be taking on Becky and Bianca at some point. I like this. Rhea Ripley and Bianca are the future. We're present now, but it might still be the future. I think Becky still has a lot of time left. But then you could do Becky and Rhea at some point. They teased something a couple months ago, which was exciting. Can't wait. They had a good match at NXT in 2019. It was really, really good. But yeah, so definitely was not expecting a turn now, but I was expecting a turn at some point. Just not this early. Okay? I like the Brock Lesnar turn on the Raw after WrestleMania. I knew it was going to happen the minute Brock Lesnar came out in the opening segment, put his arm around Cody, and laughed at Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman, and Solo Sikoa. Like, I knew that was going to set up Brock turning on Cody Rhodes. All right, I knew that was going to do it. Like, I think we all knew. I think if you watch wrestling, it's very cliche. It's very formula-wise. Sorry. But you've watched wrestling, it was pretty obvious. If you watch wrestling for a long time, you pick up on the obvious quirks, cliches, things about wrestling. You pick up the obvious stuff about wrestling, especially heel face turns, tactics, stuff like that. You pick it up. You pick it up about wrestling. It's not really hard if you're new to this. If you're new to wrestling, yeah, you'll obviously pick it up or way. But if you watch wrestling for some time, you pick it up, right? You pick it up. You know when some shit's gonna go down or something's gonna go down. You can feel the tension. But so now we're on the Cody Rhodes thing, right? So last week, Cody Rhodes. Remember, Seattle last week. Raw was in Seattle, but fortunately, not everybody could make it. So it was a very thin roster. It was a very thin, roster for the Seattle show. Not everybody could make it. That's why Bianca wasn't there. Some others weren't there. But Cody was there. Surprisingly, Cody was there. I would think after that beatdown he suffered at the hands of Brock 2 weeks ago, taking F5s over and over, F5s through the table, onto the steel steps, etc. And that beatdown he took, you would think he'd take the week off. From recovery, a beatdown like that, he used to be taking a week off. But no. The guts, the courage this guy has, showed up on Raw. And cut a promo. And he talked about Brock. And says, you know what? I am afraid, but I want to face you. I don't like when baby faces, I am afraid. Someone are afraid of someone. I don't like that. That's not a good baby face. But he is a good baby face, though. Cody. Okay? So, but what he did was, he challenged Brock Lesnar to a match at WrestleMania Backlash in May 6th, I believe, in Puerto Rico, to a match. Now, tonight, Brock Lesnar returns to Raw to confront that question, to either accept or not accept. Of course, Brock Lesnar's going to accept. He doesn't turn down a challenge, but he's going to appear on Raw tonight to give his decision on Cody Rhodes' challenge for WrestleMania Backlash. And I like this. I think this is going to go good. Have Sami for Cody Rhodes. I mean, I went into detail why I think this is good for Cody Rhodes in the video about 2 weeks ago. And why I like it for Cody Rhodes. I want to see this match help Cody Rhodes become the legitimate star that we could take the title. Hopefully, we believe they could take the title off Roman Reigns, which we thought was going to happen at WrestleMania. I thought it was going to happen at WrestleMania. Really, I thought he had it at WrestleMania, but no, that was taken away from him. He was screwed at WrestleMania, like everybody else who takes on Roman Reigns for a title. They end up getting screwed, and Roman Reigns ends up barely surviving, scathing away with the titles. But now his next challenger is Brock Lesnar. It doesn't get any easier for Cody, right? If next challenger is Brock Lesnar, if Brock Lesnar accepts, he has to accept first, which obviously there's no question about he's going to accept. Even if heels don't have to accept or challenge, but he's a different cat, he's a different cat, he's a different kind of heel. Okay, he wants to kick your ass. That's Brock Lesnar. He wants to hurt you. Okay, he wants to demolish you. He wants to put you in pain. Okay? Wants to make you suffer. He's a beast, and you're his prey, right? Right? So, yeah. Okay. So, we'll see on Raw tonight. I think it'll be a solid match. I mean, I don't necessarily think need Cody to win that match. Oh my God! Thank you, DL. What's up?
What is up, Aaron?
I'm good, man. It was hot for a few days, really, really hot. It's still pretty. It's not the nicest out there where I am, but it's still not that. It's not cold. It's still pretty warm. Just not as hot as last week. How are you?
Oh, I envy you because it was really, really hot the past few days, and then today and tomorrow just dropped to the 40s, and I saw flakes again. I'm like, what is going on, Michigan?
No?
Yeah. It's not sticking at all. It's just little flakes coming from the sky. But just like, man, we had such good weather the past few days. Like they can't let go of winter for some reason.
No. So, I was on the Brock Lesnar talking about Brock Lesnar Cody. But you know what? I did kind of talk about Trish Stratus and Becky Lynch. What I was saying is, I knew it was going to happen because it was being rumored for some time that Trish and Becky were going to. Trish was going to turn heel and end up facing Becky. I knew it was going to happen. I mean, I think we all knew if you pay attention to the dirt sheets and all the scoopers for wrestling, right? The wrestling scoopers. The thing is, I didn't expect it to be this quickly.
Yeah, because like if what the rumors are true is that they're trying to set up a match between Trish and Becky at SummerSlam, it does seem pretty soon for them to do it. Now we're still in May. I mean, April. I'm sorry, April. We're still in April. Like it's a long time ago.
Even May's early. It was May, it's still be early. Yeah, I mean, Trish could still go. Like I saw
She really surprised me at WrestleMania. She still can go.
Yeah, I mean, like when I watched her wrestle with Charlotte, I'm like, oh my god! I thought she would beat Charlotte. I knew Charlotte would win, but it made you think she would beat Charlotte. Like
there was no way. There was no way.
Yeah. It's like she has not lost a step. I actually think Lita's lost a step more than Trish.
Yeah, like she's looking real slow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I actually thought Lita during the rivalry with Trish, Lita was actually the better wrestler. Because she was trained as a wrestler before Trish.
Well, okay, yeah. I guess she didn't age as well as Trish,
no.
Unfortunately.
They're blind cockbusters. Oh my god! But yeah, she's it's strange. Like Lita's like Lita looks slow. Like Trish can still go, and she like I understand why. Obviously, she wanted to start a family. Right now, most women wrestlers that when Trish retired, she wanted to start a family, like at 32, 31. Women wrestlers these days, they'll wait till they're done wrestling to start a family. Some will do it while they're wrestling, but a lot of them now will wait. Like Charlotte Flair is definitely going to wait. I just know that. She might be doing it now. She's taking a break. I don't know. But
you are starting to see to see like more wrestlers starting to have families, like Becky and Steph have a kid, and AJ Styles has a kid, and kids. I'm sorry, he has a whole army. But trying to think who else. Rey Mysterio, obviously. Triple H, but he's retired. But Randy Orton. He has kids too.
It's easy for the males, right? Because they
easier,
at home. Yeah, because the wives could be at home, unless they're married,
right,
together, which has been very common in WWE in AEW.
Yeah, like there's few like women's wrestlers where I see like they actually have a full on family. Like Mickey James comes to mind. Oh, I forgot. Jade Cargill has a daughter. But yeah, Cody and Brandy.
Well, Brandy should never wrestle, in my opinion.
Yeah, Brandy should never wrestle again. Yes, you're absolutely right.
I love Cody Rhodes, but I don't love Brandy Rhodes.
No, I enjoy her more as a manager, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to see Trish and Becky, because Trish can still go, and Becky right now, like her Twitter, she basically changed her name. She changed the profile to Rebecca Quinn, her real name. No description. Took WWE, works for WWE. This out. Like she's like gone. She hasn't like gone completely black like Drew McIntyre has. Like Drew McIntyre really went black, right? Like dark. But Becky has it 100%. But she makes it sound like she is. And it's just that she's not coming to Raw tonight. But there's a reason why. Like, there's a reason why she's dealing with a minor injury with her foot. Yeah. But people thought when she changed her profile, people thought she was done with WWE. No, she has a contract for next year that expires in June of next year. So she's not done with WWE. And why would she be done with WWE? Like, there's been no hints of that. And WWE is going to make sure they don't let Becky Lynch go.
No, they're obviously not going to. She's in the middle of a storyline with Trish, so I'm sure that's...
here's the thing. If they let her go, their competition is going to try to snatch her up. AEW will try to snatch her up.
Oh, they're going to be like piranhas. Like, yeah, don't let her go. And Drew, don't let him go. Like,
no.
Yeah.
They're just Becky Lynch with Becky Lynch especially. I mean, I guess I can say the same with Sasha Banks if she goes to AEW at some point, but I think she'll be a forbidden door. But it's not exactly AEW. But with Becky,
or All In.
If Becky Lynch is free agent, we say there's game changers in wrestling, stuff like that. But I feel like AEW tried that with every WWE superstar. Adam Cole, John Moxley, Bryan Danielson, even on the women's side, Paige, Ember Moon, Toni Storm, whatever. They try these game changer former WWE wrestlers. Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks to an extent. Becky Lynch is that game changer for the women's division.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I just don't see her instantly jumping ship to AEW.
No. No. They can offer the same amount of money, but
I mean, even with the whole stuff going on with Vince and UFC, I'm not very happy about that right now. But I don't see her jumping ship so quickly. But yeah, I wonder. Though I'm wondering what was up with her doing all that stuff on her social media. Why did her and Drew do that? Is there a reason? This? I
just know Drew's contract is up at the end of the year, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe he's playing something. These wrestlers like to stir the pot on Twitter sometimes.
I guess so.
Play sometimes, even though sometimes on Twitter they play out of character, but sometimes they like to play in character. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I will say if the stuff with Vince and UFC, if that starts to get more crazy, I would not be shocked if these wrestlers start to just wait for their contracts to expire and then go away.
Yeah. So I want to transition to the Cody Rhodes challenging Brock to a match at WrestleMania Backlash. I mean, I'm surprised Cody Rhodes made it to Seattle. I mean, that beating he took. I mean, I don't know how he was able really to make it. He should have stayed home and rested.
Cody, he's gonna fight through the injuries.
I mean, yeah, he did wrestle a torn pec, so
yeah, so that's a cakewalk for him at this point.
But that was that beating, man. I never seen that beating. He took how many F5s and how many times he was F5 on something in that beating.
I know. They're trying to build Cody up to be you're not gonna break me, so which I'm sure that's what they're trying to do to get him back into the title picture. Man, I'm getting some deja vu from the Raw after WrestleMania 28 when Brock Lesnar F5 John Cena, and then that led to a match with them at Backlash. They're doing the exact same thing with Cody.
Oh, and what happened was John Cena won that match and Brock Lesnar's return match.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
That was a bad idea. I feel it's going to happen here too.
Oh, Cody's going to go over. You know that.
That's the idea here. I understand why they're putting Brock in this. They want to make him Cody a legit. They want to keep building him up to be that guy because I still think he's the guy that's throwing Roman Reigns. So having Brock in the picture makes the fans this is the guy. This is definitely the guy. He just had to go through this obstacle. But I'm like, yo, you see, he got screwed at WrestleMania. He had Roman Reigns beat.
Yeah.
It's come on, we don't . And the thing is, that referee is so dumb, stupid. He kicked out Solo Sikoa, and he saw Solo Sikoa come back and didn't do anything like that.
You literally saw Solo Sikoa, and didn't disqualify. Okay. God.
But so Brock comes back to challenge Cody. No, to answer Cody tonight. And Cody said he was afraid of him, but he still wants to face him. Don't say I don't. And Cody's too honest. That's the problem.
Yeah, he's the everyday man. You know?
Yeah. Like fuck, man. Your father would never say that. You try to cut promos like his father. His father would never say he's scared. Don't say you're scared, man. This is Brock freaking Lesnar. You want to say you're scared of Brock Lesnar? Brock Lesnar's gonna feed off that, man. You know what's gonna happen? I think we agree, man. I think Cody Rhodes is the winner, but it's gonna be like that. I think it's gonna be the equivalent to that John Cena match when he came back, where John Cena's getting decimated, but he ended up winning. I think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, we know how this is gonna go. It's gonna be a whole bunch of suplexes, a whole bunch of F5s, a whole bunch of kickouts. Cody will get some offense here and there, and then he gets sneak win. There we go.
I don't think if he wins here, I don't think he's gonna use his finisher to win. I personally don't think so.
Good luck with that. He'll probably get one crossroads on him, but he'll kick out.
Here's what I would do. I would have Brock Lesnar win here, but no, I would continue this feud actually. I don't want them to continue this feud. I really don't. I don't know.
This felt so thrown together as it is. Yeah. So I mean, I understand the logic. You know, they want to build him up because Roman Reigns was one of the few people to beat Brock Lesnar. So if Cody could beat Brock Lesnar, he could beat Roman Reigns. I get that.
Roman Reigns ain't wrestling WrestleMania Backlash. So they need a marquee match, and this is probably the big marquee match, right?
Yeah.
Right. Even though they have Bad Bunny in Puerto Rico, and he's from Puerto Rico, but that's a tag team match. But this is a bigger match, obviously. So
yeah.
I mean, when's Owens gonna wrestle next?
That's the thing, because you forget about Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia, where he's going to officially hit 1,000 days.
Yeah. Oh, he'll wrestle there. Yeah, he'll definitely wrestle there because that's obvious. They want him there, and it's called Night of Champions. But so what are they doing? They gave in the King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully, I don't know why they. Well, I think I know why, because they want to celebrate Roman Reigns hitting 1,000, and I think also because I don't know if Queen of the Ring would have gone very well in Saudi Arabia.
You know, it would be great storytelling if he never hits 1,000, but if the pay-per-view ends up on the 999th day or 1,000th day, and he had him lose on that day, that would be great storytelling. That
would have been great.
Yeah,
that would be great if they somehow they could quickly jump Cody to get the rematch in Saudi Arabia, and then he wins there. But that probably won't.
Yeah. I think they want to win. I mean, Cody has to win on American soil. This whole gimmick is the American Nightmare.
Yeah, obviously, that would be very contradictory for sure.
Yeah, you know how pissed off people would be if we wanted a Saudi Arabia?
Saudi Arabia show, that would be the biggest FU, because people, you might as well have had him won at WrestleMania.
That's how you know this is in the pockets of the Saudis.
Yeah. You know it. But yeah, I mean, hopefully they'll try King and Queen of the Ring again, but don't do it in Saudi Arabia, obviously. No. And how are they going to do both tournaments in one night?
Yeah.
Unless they do qualify, they do some of the tournaments on Raw and SmackDown, and then they just do the finals at the actual pay-per-view or something.
And you know what? If whoever wins the King of the Ring or Queen of the Ring, please don't have them wear the crown or wherever.
Give them the King and Queen gimmick. Yeah. No.
I mean, back in the early days when they did it, was fun for one day, right? It was fun for one day when Owen Hart and Bret Hart, all that. It was fun for one night. Just have them have a number one contendership or a title or something. That's it.
Please have it mean something,
Because do you remember when Zelina Vega tried to speak British? Every queen is British.
Yeah, it is obviously you are a Latina. That was not going to work. You were just with Andrade. You want us to believe that you're British now? LWO. Oh my God, that's so terrible, Queen Zelina. I didn't like that at all. You don't see Stone Cold Steve Austin doing that when he won the King of the Ring.
She's like this.
Yeah, that was so stupid. Why? And King Corbin wasn't any better either.
Oh, No, nothing for Corbin worked.
Nothing.
Where was that? Okay. So let's get to AEW stuff. This is a weird story. So I'm in the boat thinking CM Punk will return. I think that will return.
Yeah, I think there's a high likelihood that he'll come back.
So he apparently wants a meeting with the Elite, I guess. Maybe they could, bury the hatchet. It may not be friends, but bury the hatchet, stuff like that.
Dude,
but
if they could just do one match, everybody wants the Elite versus CM Punk and FTR. Just do that one match. Just do it.
Yeah. And I know he wants a meeting with Jericho. I think back in W, was Jericho ever high on CM Punk? I know they had a feud, but like,
I think he was okay with him at first, but then later on they started not to be as fond.
Because I don't think Jericho liked his attitude later on.
Yeah,
I think CM Punk had a kind of a, about him attitude, selfish attitude at times.
Yeah,
I think that turned a lot of people the wrong way, and especially there's a lot of guys that did not like him. But Triple H did not like him, and no. I know CM Punk was pissed off that his match with Jericho at WrestleMania was not the main event. But I'm like, you're going up against Rock and Cena that year, man. You think you're really going to be the main event? I mean, most of the time the title matches should be the main event, but at WrestleMania there's sometimes matches that are bigger than a title match.
Yeah, it's like the build with the Rock and Cena was bigger than yours. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Same thing with Rock, man. Exactly. Like where was this complaint when Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker main evented WrestleMania 26, but John Cena Batista was the actual title match.
And you know what? And John Cena was the biggest superstar at the time. And Batista was not far off.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, like but Undertaker and Shawn Michaels was the bigger story.
Mm-hmm. That's why the Usos and Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens is the main event night one, not Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair. That story leading into WrestleMania between those two was not very good. The match itself was amazing. The story was not good. But the Usos and Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, the Bloodline, that was a great story because that had a lot of build to it. Months and months and months. That was a great story. That's why it was proper for it the main event, not the Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair. You know what? Like I said, DL, some storylines can have bad build and end up having a great match.
Yeah.
And vice versa. I'll give you a perfect example. Sting and NWO, great story. Your Starrcade match was shit.
It was terrible. I was so disappointed. It was so disappointing.
Yeah. See, it could happen, right? Like,
yeah.
And I'm all for that. I'm no,
but yeah,
I'll see him ever again.
Never again. I like part of me's like upset that they won so cheaply at WrestleMania, but I understand why, because she's injured. Why did he even put her out there if she was injured? But I get it. But yeah, back to CM Punk though. But yeah, like I'm sorry, these guys got to bury the hatchet. The Bucks, Kenny and Punk, they just need to, and Jericho apparently, they all need to just like stop making it personal. It's all about business. They all need to get along just for a little bit so they can make money, so they can make this, I'm sure they want All Out to be like, their big event. I mean, even though All In in London.
It could be the main event where it is. Yeah. Remember
you want to sell tickets? You want to make AEW must see? You gotta have Punk there, man.
If you want to sell like an 80 to 90,000 capacity, you gotta have a major star there. Like, CM Punk is the closest guy to that.
Yeah.
Nobody else like people. All these AEW fans could believe the stuff they want, saying, "Oh, AEW is growing." AEW is not really growing. It's not growing.
You don't think it's growing?
In terms of fan base, no.
I have a hard time agreeing with that. Now, is it like rapidly increasing its height? No, but I do think that the fandom is building somewhat. The real test, as I said, will be All In London if they see how many people actually go there. Like if they can, I'm not expecting them to sell out, because that would be a big that'd be a big expectation. But like, if they get a really good attendance at that Wembley Stadium, that's a big statement. That's a really big statement. So it's hard for me to think that AEW hasn't grown at all, because like I don't think that's all the way.
It's a big test for them. It's a big test.
Yeah. Now, what I do think they need to do is they need to do a better job with showcasing all the talent they have, because they have a lot of people.
Remember the split roster rumors?
Yes. The split, the AEW Collision, is that, I don't know, that's the rumored show. Yeah. No, you don't. No, you need to take Saturdays? On Saturdays. That's a horrible time. Really horrible time. What are you going to do with the pay-per-views during the weekend? Because sometimes they do Saturdays and sometimes they do Sundays. So what are you going to do there? And also,
you got WWE pay-per-views on Saturdays.
Exactly. So it's like that'd be a horrible place to put another show. Dude, take Rampage, make it live, make it 2 hours, split the brands that way. You don't need to make another show.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Rampage, make it an hour longer, man. You don't need an hour long. No, you need to make it 2 hours. I agree. Like, come on. There's a way. And don't have it at 10 p.m. on a Friday night.
Yeah, it's another thing. It should not be that late. Especially coming right after SmackDown.
I know. Don't even have it on Friday because of SmackDown.
Yeah, like Thursday. Put it on Thursday.
Yeah, put it on Thursday. You don't have well, you don't need to worry about Impact. Nobody watches that.
Yeah, nobody watches Impact. Yeah. You're really worried about some wars with Impact Wrestling? Okay.
Well, congrats to the married couple who become the champions in Impact.
I saw that.
Steve Macklin, but I didn't watch the show. I didn't even know it was on until like later in the night. I didn't know Rebellion happened.
Yeah. I just saw highlights this morning. I'm like, oh, it already happened. Okay.
Yeah. I feel bad for Becky James. She had to give up the title, but
yeah, hope she gets better.
But so AEW, speaking of it, Jeff Hardy is back.
I can't get myself to care. I'm sorry. Like,
man, we give the guy so many chances.
I know. Like, it's such a shame because I used to love Jeff Hardy. Used to be one of my favorite wrestlers, man. And it's hard for me to, as you said, it's hard to trust him. He seems like a liability, you know?
Yeah.
I can't trust him not to get fucked up again, you know? Like, how many times is he going to go into rehab? I hope if he does this one more time, I'm done. I'm done with him. I really am.
This one was really, really bad. Like really, really bad.
Mm-hmm. It's like,
if he does it again, they're letting him go.
Yeah, I think he's done. Like, I don't think anybody's gonna like bring him back again because like it's gotten ridiculous at this point. I get he's only human, you know. He goes through his own struggles. He goes through his own mistakes. I understand that, but like, still, like, it's you're even lucky that AEW brought you back, man, because of all the stuff that you went through already. Like, I
understand why. Maybe because he's so high risk. And he has to take a lot of painkillers and all that. Like, I think that has something to do with it over the years, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. But there's just, I mean, like, there's more than that. There has to be more than that. Like, it's probably personal problems. He's a daredevil, like Darby Allin, right? Like Darby.
Yeah, Allin, but at least Darby Allin is straight edge.
Oh yeah, that's true. The problem with straight edge people, they tend to be a lot of them tend to be jerks.
Hey, watch it. I'm not a jerk. I know.
I mean, like, you aren't, but like some of them, like the rub it in their face, like, oh yeah, I'm better than you because I don't take drugs, I don't drink, stuff like that.
Well, I think the only person that really like did that, and I think it's because it was a character thing, not actually like that's how he is in real life. But CM Punk, yeah, because like I don't hear Darby talking about it. Kenny Omega doesn't talk about it, So
okay,
yeah, Kenny Omega straight edge too.
No, he's back. He's back. He helped his brother in private party person. I forget which member. I haven't really paid attention to private party.
Are they still a thing?
Yeah. Well, I don't know where the other partner is. To take down the firm.
Yeah.
I really like Dynamite. I like this. I like Sting and MJF. I need Sting and MJF to have a match. I'm sorry. They need to have a match. I really love how Sting combated on the mic to MJF. MJF never looked so scared in his life when when Sting was like basically.
You know something when you got MJF shook. Sting, like, yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing a match with them. Didn't he say he wanted to retire like either this year or next year or something like that?
Yeah, stuff like that.
What would be his final match?
Who's gonna be old enough for this match?
Exactly. Like the only person I can really think about that would, I guess would kind of make sense with him is Jericho.
Yeah. They never had a match in WCW.
No,
because they would never do that. They would never have a heavyweight versus a cruiserweight in WCW until later.
Yeah,
when Jericho left.
Right. So I would love to see a Jericho and Sting match. More than likely they'll probably they might do a match between Darby and Sting. I don't care to see that, to be honest.
I just love all the Sting versions of Stings. You mentioned Surfer Sting, Crow Sting, NWO Wolfpack Sting. Joker. I love Joker Sting.
I like Joker Sting. Yeah.
I know a lot of people did not like the Hogan era of TNA when him, Bischoff, and that whole faction, Fortune and Immortal, whatever.
I thought it was okay. Yeah, I thought it was okay at first, but then the longer it went on, the more I was like, oh no.
It got too NWO. It got too NWO. Like that's the problem.
Yeah.
But the best part was Sting, Joker Sting.
It was. At first, I was like, what the hell are you doing? But the more he did, I was like, you know what? I'm actually starting to really like it now.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to Darby, I guess, Sammy Guevara. And
the Fatal 4-Way, yes.
Yeah, which we know MJF is going to win. You're right. MJF doesn't wrestle that much. I think people are like. I know there's some people souring on him as a champion because he doesn't really do anything.
Honestly, he's a better part. He's a better part timer than Roman Reigns is.
Yes,
because MJF doesn't wrestle every week, but he doesn't need to. Because that helps build his heel persona, and also with him, at least he shows up almost every week. He doesn't wrestle every week, but he shows up. At least we established that he has a presence. He's
not like I'll say as a character, he's great on the mic. He's great as a jackass heel, scummy heel. He's great. There's one thing he's not terrible at. He's okay at is his wrestling ability.
He gets the job done.
Yeah, he gets the job done, definitely. He's not the great, like, of other champions in AEW, he's not exactly the best in the ring. I mean, Jericho, when he was champion, he was older, so he wasn't exactly the best in the ring, but he's not exactly the best.
He still could go, man.
Yeah, there's times that Jericho does look slow, but the guy's over 50.
I mean, yeah. It's a shock that he's able to wrestle as good as he is right now.
Okay, do you hate Darby Allin because he dated your girl Gigi Allin? No, he was married to your girl Gigi Dolan.
I think that's part of the reason, and also he doesn't like small wrestlers.
Well, Darby Allin's really small.
He is. And it's like he's one of those wrestlers where it's like that's one of my complaints about small wrestlers. Even though I do like small wrestlers, but like one of the things that bothers me is that when they wrestle bigger guys and they're messing with the physics of how they're wrestling bigger guys. Like they're doing unrealistic things. That's what bothers me.
Yeah, that's what I agree there. Like, I definitely...
That's why I always go back to Rey Mysterio, because like he was one of the smallest wrestlers there, but he didn't try to do stuff that was unrealistic. He stood with the physics of how he could.
I think I know what you mean there, Tony. Yeah. I mean, Mysterio got pretty big in the mid 2000s, though. Like,
he did get jacked. He did for sure. And I think that's something that I think Darby should like lift some more weights a little bit, just a little.
Oh my god! I see him when he does a coffin drop. I'm like, how do you not break your back?
Yeah, and then it's like that's the one thing that's just a little silly to me sometimes, because like I know they're protecting his coffin drop move, so like whoever gets hit by it, they don't kick out. But when he does coffin drops on big guys and they don't get up from that, I'm sorry, that's just a little silly to me, because they should be able to brush that off easily. Like, I don't see him doing a coffin drop on Brock Lesnar and him getting the pin. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen.
Brock Lesnar won't let it happen. He'd be like, "Fuck no, no."
Hell no, I'm not gonna lose to
Brock Lesnar with German suplex starting out of the ring.
Absolutely not. Like, even like if he did that on Omos, I'm like, hell no. There's no way he's gonna lose to that.
Well,
There's no
sucks.
freaking way.
I know your point, but he sucks though. Like, I don't want to see Omos wrestle at all, man. Like,
well,
he's
might
not.
Get more of him now.
They're trying to make him like a special attraction. Guys,
yeah.
Brock Lesnar versus Omos doesn't impress me at all. Braun Strowman versus Omos doesn't.
I mean, the match at WrestleMania was not as horrible as I thought it was going to be, but still, I'm glad it wasn't that long. Just get it over with. God. Just get it over with. It's the opening match. Just get it over with.
Oh yeah, what also I liked about, I really did like, the Bullet, not the Bullet Club, but I don't know what's
part of the Bullet Club with Jay White and Juice Robinson.
Apparently there's like a freaking civil war going on between Bullet Club in North America and Bullet Club in Japan now. Like,
oh my god! Now
the new leader is Dave Finlay, right? Or he claims he's the new leader, and he's Fit Finlay's son, right? So he kicks out another guy, what's his name, Al Phantasmo, because Al Phantasmo I think was kind of loyal to Jay White. He kicks him out, and now there might be like a civil war going on between America Bullet Club, from the American version of Bullet Club, and the Bullet Club in New Japan. But I'm like, isn't Jay White not in the Bullet Club anymore? Like, who is the actual leader? Like,
I don't know. I wish we had like a Wikipedia to know who's officially in the Bullet Club.
The Bullet Club, I'll say, needs to die. It needs to end. It's done with. It's run its course. With Jay White gone, it has run its course. I'm sorry, but Dave Finlay is not somebody is not leadership. The guy is. He's not. Look at him.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
You got Finn Balor to AJ Styles. Great transition. AJ Styles to Kenny Omega. Great transition. Kenny Omega to Jay White. Great.
Yep.
Jay White to Dave Finlay, who hasn't really done anything compared to those three guys. Like, it's done, man. Get rid of the book. I mean,
why wasn't Tama Tonga like the next leader? Like,
I don't know.
He was clearly next in line. Clearly.
And we kicked him out.
God, they should not have done that. They should not have done that.
I don't.
But so what? We're gonna have like a wolf pack of the Bullet Club now. We're gonna have an American faction of the Bullet Club, and then I don't know.
I mean, they got two in Impact. They have the guy Ace Austin and Christopher Bay. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot those guys were in Bullet Club. Because they're in Impact.
And that's the thing. Like, I think it's probably time for Bullet Club to die, because now you have Bullet Club members being spread all across these wrestling promotions, and like they all can't be together at the same time.
You know what? It worked really well with Ring of Honor.
Yeah, a little bit.
But with and you know, it worked well with AEW for a bit. But yeah, I agree. And Bullet Club has always been. They always had like a non-Japanese wrestler lead them, right? It's always been like that. Because Bullet Club was really supposed to be anti-Japanese, right?
Mm-hmm.
Faction. But they always considered Japanese wrestlers to join them.
Mm-hmm.
But the other good thing was what I really liked about Dynamite was, oh my God, the Blackpool Combat Club in Kenny Omega basically duped them. Remember that they had that video with Kenny Omega? Always say he's not going to be there, but he really was there, and it looks like he comes alone and says, I was about to say Cesaro, but Claudio, Yuta, and Moxley were ready for him. But all of a sudden, from behind, the Bucks come back, and it was also one of the Bucks was faking the injury he supposedly had. It was a fake injury, I guess. I love that, and they started to beat the shit out of the BC combat Blackpool Combat Club, BCC. They beat the shit out of them, specifically Moxley. They really wanted to hurt Moxley. They wanted to do it with that. Was it the Hammer or Screwdriver?
I don't remember.
Oh my! This game's going to War Games. I think. You know what?
Yeah.
I know War Games.
Blood and Guts. That's
Blood and Guts. Yeah. Here's the thing. I know War Game. I know Blood and Guts is typically on an AEW Dynamite show. Save it for the pay-per-view.
Where would you put it though? Where would you put it?
Oh, the next one, next pay-per-view.
Is that Forbidden Double or Nothing?
Yeah.
Yeah, they could do that. Even though I'd probably be pretty salty because I want Blood and Guts free, but they definitely could put Blood and Guts on Double or Nothing.
I understand you, but sometimes big stuff like that need to be like settled on the pay-per-view.
Yeah, I totally get it. That's just my selfish thing of like I want Blood and Guts for free because that was so awesome the last year they did it for free. You know, but made it a whole event.
What's up, Tony?
Whoa. First off, how do you not just stop immediately when I show up and bow down to the godfather of wrestling talk?
Because I bow to no one.
This is ridiculous. This is why you're not part of the Bullet Club, DL.
I don't got to be part of the Bullet Club. Y'all are dying anyway.
So I hear you guys were talking about small wrestlers like Jeff Hardy, CM Punk, Darby.
Well, Jeff Hardy is not. Guys. Jeff Hardy is really not like Jeff Hardy is really not that small. Like
yeah, he doesn't backstage.
Wait,
that's
what?
True.
He said Jeff Hardy's really not that small. I said Aaron hasn't seen him backstage at the urinals.
Stop.
Oh my god.
He's definitely no Val Venus, is what I'm saying.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I know what you're saying. But Darby Allin
top
is
10
different
things
case.
People don't say when they see Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, as I said, hopefully he got his shit together again. If he gets in trouble again, I'm done. I'm done with Jeff. I really am.
He should be done already. I don't understand how Jeff Hardy keeps. He was never that good.
It's wrestling, man. Wrestling they tend to do that, man. They tend to give you shots over and over and over.
But usually it's when someone's really good. Like he was never that good for his first shot. Like once he fucked up in TNA, I think that should have been the end of it. When he showed up, fucking wasted out of his mind, and Sting had to just pin him. I think that should have been the end of it.
He was just because he was over. That's why. Like before, he was really over. So they wanted to think he had that. If you're over, they'll give you a shot over and over. I mean, yeah, he was fucked up TNA. That's true. That's true. I remember that. But he was over the Hardys were over as hell in the 2000s. They had incredible matches, those TLC matches. I think
was it them or was it their opponents?
I would say they were more over than the Dudleys. The Dudleys were over because they put people through the table, so not exactly the best in-ring performance, but the table stuff got them over. Edge and Christian were over because of the comedy aspect.
I'm not talking about being over, Aaron. I'm talking about the match quality. Was the match quality brought up because they had good opponents, or was it because they were actually good wrestlers?
I would say that good opponents to Edge and Christian. I would say that the Dudleys were not exactly the best in-ring performers, especially Bubba. But Edge and Christian definitely.
What?
Damn, that's a hot take.
No, Devon was the better. Here's the thing. Bubba was better on the mic and all the other stuff. Devon was a better in-ring performer in terms of skill, terms of wrestling technician stuff like that.
Hell no.
Yes,
See,
Bubba even said that. Bubba said that.
I don't give a fuck what Bubba said. Bubba was being nice and kind.
I'd say they're pretty equal, to be honest. Like both of their wrestling abilities, they're not. Neither of them really blew me away. I mean, they're like I said, they're good. They're really good. They get the job done. But as far as which one is better, I don't know. They're both kind of equal to me.
But which one was a world champion? Bubba.
Oh, yeah, but you think Bubba was? But you think Bubba's ever gonna be a world champion in WWE?
That man with the largest calves in all of wrestling.
I'll say this with the Hardys. With the Hardys, people did say Matt Hardy was probably the better in-ring performer than Jeff.
Yeah, he is.
But Edge and Christian, I would put above all of them as in-ring performers. Christian is very underrated.
No, I would put it, to be honest, and this is probably a hot take, but I think the Dudleys were way better than both Edge and Christian and the Hardy Boys, with Bubba Ray being the standout. And I know people are going to be like, Tony, you're crazy. But see, when you guys talk, when people think of wrestling, right, they only think of the offense of what they do, right? They don't think about how people sell the moves, right? The Dudleys sold moves very well. For being two big guys, they sold moves very well. They did what they needed to do. They made their whole hardcore wrestling style look good. It didn't look like shit, right? It actually looked good. It looked effective without killing anybody. They were good at what they were doing.
Like these days now.
Yeah, I actually agree. Compared to the Hardys and the Edge and Christian, like Team 3. I don't know why I said 3D, but that's the same people. The Dudleys, the Dudleys are like the better tag team as far as selling and the in-ring chemistry with the two. Like they
put Mae Young through a table without killing her. Come on.
I love.
Yeah.
They killed her. They killed her.
What I'm saying, they had control over what they were doing. They knew what they were doing. They knew how to perform well enough to not injure anybody, not injure themselves. They made, like I said, they made it look good. Whether they were on offense or defense, they made everything they did look good, and they were decent on the mic.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say this: Bubba was a very good in-ring character. Like he was great. Like he admits that he was really as a heel. He really wanted people to hate you. He did not want to be a cool heel. He wanted to be an asshole where everybody hates him. He admitted that Stone Cold Steve Austin's Broken Skull session. When as a heel, he wants like everybody to hate him, because sometimes there's heels where people cheer, right?
Yeah. Well, they started off as a comedy act.
Well, Bubba was supposed to be just a stutter guy. He came in as just stuttering all the time as a joke.
Well, I'm saying the Hardys the Dudleys themselves was a comedy act. It wasn't until Devon was added to the group that they started being more of a.
They were a great story, right?
Threat.
The father had like had a kid like in every state or something.
Yeah, he was a traveling salesman that went around.
Yeah, the horn dog. The horn dog. Where the hell was that? This is actually a very fun stream. I don't
know if you know this, Aaron. There's actually a Dudley who the father ended up sleeping with like a relative. And there was a Dudley called Dudley. He was the most pure Dudley of all the Dudleys.
Do you remember Spike? Little
Spike.
Oh, I remember the time Brock Lesnar destroyed Spike Dudley. Oh my god.
But I'd put the Dudleys up there. They're multiple-time tag team champions in almost every federation they went into.
Definitely top. Yeah, top. I would say they're definitely up there, top 5 tag team.
Aren't they like the 23rd, 24th time tag team champions, whatever?
To me, some of the top tag teams to me, like I'll put Steiner's up there. They're incredible.
Steiner's.
The Steiners were decent, but they
were rough. They were rough.
Yeah, I was gonna say they were stiff.
Yeah,
they're mean.
They were bullied too. They bully you, man. They will bully you.
I would say the same thing about like the British Bulldogs. They were kind of bullies. And then
Dynamite was amazing in the ring. It's just that guy was a jackass. And he did a lot of drugs and drank a lot. He ruined his career. He was so damn good, Dynamite. He saw
supposedly he broke his daughter's legs so they could collect insurance.
Oh yeah, he's oh my god.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's really screwed up, Dynamite. Like really. Like that's the thing. Chris Benoit was basically a whip-off of Dynamite Kid.
Yeah, well, the Dynamite Kid broke his daughter's legs. Chris Benoit killed his family.
Oh gosh,
it's true. It's true.
He took it to the next level.
That was like to me, there's like no good tag teams right now in WWE. Like
the Usos, excuse me.
Oh, the Usos. The Usos, okay. The Usos are up there. I do like the Street. I think the Street Profits are good. I just think Montez Ford should break out already. Like let him go on his own. I mean,
stop that shit.
And the wait, what? You don't want that to happen?
No, stop that shit. Leave tag teams alone.
Well, that's true because they can't afford
tag
that.
teams though. They kind of need on.
They do. So yeah, maybe when their tag team division is built up more, maybe they could split up, but it's not the time right now.
Their tag team champions right now are consistent of 2 single wrestlers.
yeah. And the Viking Raiders are good. I think they're really good.
You know what? Yeah, their Viking Raiders have been a tag team ever since what? In the Independence?
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
Who was it called Valhalla, Sarah Logan? Who was it? One of the commentators did.
The what?
One of the commentators like last week or WrestleMania called Valhalla, Sarah Logan.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't pay attention. Maybe it was
I forget who.
Was that on Raw or SmackDown?
I forget which one who said it. I forget. No, it had to be SmackDown, right? Or WrestleMania because they're SmackDown wrestlers.
Oh, I'm trying to remember who called that match.
Wade Barrett is good commentator, man.
Mm-hmm.
But it was good. He's good analyst. Actually, it's better than Booker T.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, hot take.
Yes.
I mean, is that really a hot take? Because Booker T's really not that good anyway, but he's entertaining to listen to at least.
What's that one word? Sucky ducky, whatever it's called.
Shucky ducky quack quack. Or one of the most hilarious commentaries he's ever done. Was when Batista got powerbombed through a table, and he just kept repeating, "Batista is down, Batista is down, Batista is down, Batista is down." Oh my god! I think Umaga put Batista through a table, and then Booker T just kept saying, "Batista is down, Batista is down."
Yeah.
Oh my god! Or when he said "sop me up with a biscuit," I don't know why he said "sop me up with a biscuit." I think she was talking about one of the divas at the time or whatever. He said, "Sop me up with a biscuit." I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Sop me up with a biscuit?
Yeah. See what news there is.
So the LWO's back, huh?
Oh, it's still
Yep.
it's shit, Tony. It's really bad. I don't like it. I don't like.
What do you mean it's really
LWO.
bad?
Yeah, it's really bad. Trust me.
They haven't done anything yet.
They're a bunch of losers, and Rey Mysterio is like the leader.
Oh, what do you mean it's a?
Damn!
I can't believe you would even say that.
They are a bunch of losers. The people in the LWO in this current incarnation.
Yeah.
How are they losers? You got the son of Phantasma is the leader.
Yeah, but he's been a loser ever since the main roster. I mean, they're in kind of like helping Rey Mysterio deal with Judgment Day, and Judgment Day has the not the more popular, but the higher superstars on the totem pole with Damien Priest and Finn Balor. But here's Tony, Rey Mysterio is like happy to be in the LWO. Do you remember WCW when Rey Mysterio was in LWO? He wasn't really happy in it because he was forced to be in.
They forced him in the LW, but now he's like the leader. He's the OG now.
He's changing the narrative.
Yeah. And after he beat Eddie's son at WrestleMania, because we all know Dominic is really Eddie's son.
Dominic said to his father, "Oh, now you're proud to be part of proud to be the LWO."
Did they ever fix that? Because I don't watch wrestling obviously like I used to, but when Rey Mysterio and Eddie were feuding over Dominic, the storyline was that it was Eddie Guerrero's illegitimate son. Did they just drop that and no, he's really Rey Mysterio?
Or they kind of he still raised. They didn't. They kind of still bring it up.
Well, they kind of teased it because Dominic says, "I wish I was Eddie's son." Yeah. That's what he says.
No, he doesn't because the Guerrero family, they're going during a fight right now. Like there's something going on with the daughters and the mother. So I don't think he wants to be the son of Vicky right now.
Well,
he
he was the
not
son
this
of
point.
Vicky. He was the son of Eddie Guerrero and some unnamed chick.
Yeah.
Maybe, but right now, there's something going on with Vicky and the daughter, her daughters, 3 daughters. I haven't paid attention to that, but it's not very good right now.
Nope.
In real life, or are you talking about like?
Yeah, real life.
In real life, yeah.
Yep.
It is some nasty stuff.
Oh,
But I mean, I'm pretty sure. I mean, like I said, like let's wait and see what they do with LWO because it just opened. So maybe like at Backlash. What
happened? I was looking. You said something was going on with Vicky, so I googled it. I seen what the headline was, and I was like, "Ooh,
yeah."
Did you hear the? So I watched the documentaries. If on A&E, you got Tony. You gotta watch them, man. You gotta watch last week's Dusty Rhodes. It was incredible, and Iron Sheik last night. An A&E biography, incredible.
I try not to. I was really big into this wrestling game, Total Extreme Wrestling, right? And they had like a bunch of historical mods. And so there was like people that I didn't know who they were, right? I was like, oh, let me start looking people up, right? And just everybody's fucking horrible in real life. I'm like, I can't play this game anymore, right? Like all these people are just horrible pieces of shit. They like did things that are just like so terrible.
Do you know about the story of Iron Sheik in Hacksaw? Do you know about that story?
Where they did drugs together?
Not just that, but did you hear about? I mean, yeah, they did do drugs together. And they got in trouble for that. But did you hear about the story that they were mixing the feud, right? At the beginning of Hacksaw debuted to confront Iron Sheik. Obviously, they became friends, but since they're in a feud together, right? Back then, baby faces are not allowed to like travel with heels.
Yeah.
Right? They got caught
like, doing drugs together.
Yeah.
It was everybody knows that story.
Kayfabe was taken very seriously, especially in the 80s and early 90s. I mean, I think it kind of died down in the 90s, especially with the click basically and the clip kayfabe to me, in my opinion. But
I think the book Kayfabe kind of ended kayfabe.
Yes. But I mean, it is what it is now because wrestling is basically a TV show if you really think about it.
Oh yeah, it's a soap opera.
Yeah, they're all playing actors and actresses. Really, it's what it is now. And anybody tells you,
they should keep kayfabe though. They should definitely.
Sometimes it does make it interesting. Sometimes it does make it more fun. But people are not stupid anymore. They know it's not.
They never did. Okay, so I'm tired of this narrative, right? Other than like really, really extremely dumb people, which is probably like 1% of the wrestling audience, no one thought it was real. Okay, nobody actually thought it was real. What it was it's like watching a movie. Watch a movie, right? When you're like, oh, the hero's winning and you cheer for the hero, right? You don't think that the Guardians are actually beating Ronin. You're just like, yeah, that's fucking awesome, right? Now imagine if you're in the movie and it's happening in front of you. That's what being in the crowd of wrestling is.
I don't know if that you could use that same example because with wrestling they're actually trying to make it look like it's an actual combat sport. Like we already know it's fake because the Guardians of the Galaxy are aliens and then there's supernatural things happening. That doesn't happen in real life.
Have you ever watched wrestling?
I knew wrestling was fake the minute they didn't die from having moves performed on them. Okay, because if you really think about it, if it was real, everybody would be dead.
You had guys that were like, "Hey, look, it's the garbage man. He's coming in to wrestle."
I know. I just watched an episode of Raw. What's his name? Duke the Dumpster guy.
Yeah, it's like, come on. Did you really think TL Hopper? This guy's a fucking plumber, and he's out there wrestling.
Yeah, I remember the plumber.
No one thought it was real. The Undertaker. He's really a zombie guy.
Oh, I was just watching. I mean, I've been previously watching past Raw. Well, episodes from the 90s. Raws. I mean, they're still cheesy, but they're fun. I don't know why. I know they're like. I know it's not the best era, but they're fun. I mean, everybody's. They're doing. I'm at the point where where's the Undertaker? Where's the Undertaker? Lead up to SummerSlam versus Undertaker versus Undertaker. Like that. There's like Undertaker sightings everywhere. I'm like, why would Undertaker be doing it at a deli or whatever?
And they had what's his name from the Naked Gun.
Yes.
I was around during that. I watched wrestling during that era every week.
I was great.
No one really thought it was real. it was one of those things. It was like I said, it's like a live action. It's like going to a play, except for everybody treated it as kayfabe, right? We all were like in on the joke type thing.
Well, maybe the super smart people, but there was actually some people that thought that some of that.
Well, I'll
real,
say this:
when they're not looking at the supernatural characters,
some
like
of the real
Undertaker,
stuff.
but...
I'll say some of the real stuff that goes behind the scenes. Sometimes when they put on screen or wherever, when sometimes makes it more interesting a feud or rivalry when they use real life to make a rivalry out of it. Because for a fact, the Edge, Lita, Matt Hardy thing, right? That was all settled, right? They made up. But they wanted to use that. They wanted to use that as a feud. But
I don't think it was settled.
It was.
Dude, you steal my chick. It's not settled. I might play nice with you. Vince might write me a fat check, and I'll be like, "Yes, we're all good." I won't kill Edge in the ring, but fuck that shit. That shit wasn't
but I do like how they sometimes some real life situations to bring it on screen makes it much more interesting. Because the Rock in the Rock Cena stuff, that was real. That was legit heat. That was legit heat between the two. But sometimes you make magic with real life situations.
Yeah, and sometimes you make shit.
Oh yeah, that's true too. You could go either way.
Yeah, but like if you look at stuff like New Japan Pro Wrestling that doesn't have like barely any supernatural stuff or over the top things, like I could see some people being mistaken that that's actual combat sport.
New Japan is the fakest kind of wrestling style. If you wrestle for 30-40 minute match, and all of a sudden you get punched in the stomach, and you're like, punch me again. I'm sorry, but you'd be tired. You'd be going down.
No,
in a real fight.
You're only saying that because you're a civilian that didn't have to get into wrestling condition to take those hits.
Yeah.
It's because you've never been into a fight, Aaron. When your adrenaline gets pumping, when the crowd is there and it hits you, you're like, oh shit, fucking hulking up.
Tony,
like those
Japanese 10 million... the Japanese crowd doesn't even cheer.
Because that's out of respect. That's out of respect. That's an American thing, us cheering on, but like they be silent because that's their culture. But
that's culture.
And those 10,000 chops we just saw Gunter and Sheamus and Drew McIntyre get slapped so many times in the chest. I took like 3 of them and I wanted to die. So no.
You're a wrestler, deal?
Well, I know a couple of wrestlers, and I'm like, I want to test how the chest slap is. Like, yeah, hit me hard. Let me see how bad it is. Oh man. That was so bad.
Did you have a red mark on your chest?
Well, I'm black, so it's hard to see. But like, you did see some mark. You did see like a little bit mark. I didn't let them like make me bleed. But wait
a minute, you're black?
Yes, I am black, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. For people that don't know, yeah.
What kind of wrestlers hit you? I mean, were they like big guys, super heavyweights?
No, they were like. No, they weren't. No, they were super heavyweights. I would never let them do it. But no, they were like 6'3", 6'2", like nothing too bad.
Like my size.
Yeah. I'm 5'7", by the way, for people that don't know.
Dang, really?
Yeah. Yep.
One day you'll be a man.
Oh my god.
Oh. Okay. All right. Tell that to Rey Mysterio. He's 5'6".
I'm taller.
He's still
I mean, I'm taller than some wrestlers. Like seriously, like the rest. Like, but how I know? I'm like. This happened like 5 years ago when NXT was in my town for a house show, and I got, there's not a lot of people that go to house shows, right, for NXT. So after a show, I got to wait around with some of the fans, and the wrestlers just walked past by us. I'm like, oh my god, I'm taller than like more than 70% of these wrestlers.
That's because you're like 7'2", Aaron.
No, I'm like 5'11", 5'11", yeah, 5'10", 5'11". But Drew McIntyre was there. I'm like, oh my god, this guy is a
he's a giant.
Yeah, he's a giant. Drew McIntyre is a tower, man. He was really tall.
Wait a second. How the fuck is the Mexican guy on the panel the tallest one? This is makes no sense, guys. I'm 6'2", ladies. I am the only man on the panel.
I have to.
You know what?
Go ahead, DL. because we're gonna end because Raw actually does start soon.
Okay.
Yeah. So go out, DL. What are you gonna say? You can.
Nothing. I was going to throw a jab at him. I'm not going to do that.
Okay. So
you might need a step ladder to throw the jab.
Okay. You're hiding. You're trying to overcompensate for the fact that you got a tiny penis, but that's either here or there.
I mean, all right. Thank you, DL.
Small but deadly.
Small but deadly.
Small but deadly. Okay. You know what? You go ahead, plug yourself, DL, and Tony. I'll let you plug yourself too.
I don't plug myself. I'm not into that, Aaron. I mean, I'm no judgment here.
He's already made it. He already's monetized. He don't need to plug anymore.
Aaron got what I was talking about, but DL.
Yeah.
No, I did not. That went over my head.
I know. I know what you meant, Tony. Yeah.
Oh, wait. Was that a sex joke? Oh,
yes.
I'm so slow. Okay, good one. Anyway, y'all can find me at the family friendly. It's not really family friendly. My channel's not really family friendly, but you guys can check me at IMDL, where I talk about movies and shows and everything in nerd and geek culture. Have a bunch of movie reviews that came out. I talked about a whole bunch of stuff. I talked about John Wick. I talked about Super Mario Brothers, Dungeons and Dragons, all that stuff. We're about to do a spoiler review on Super Mario Brothers and talk about the future of Nintendo movie properties with a couple of YouTubers, Big B and Ruby Groovy. That will come up very soon. Going to do a review for Renfield very soon. But yeah, that's what's coming down the pipeline. Transformers Age of Extinction stream's going to come next week. So go and check out my hot takes on things. Go ahead and check out my channel.
Go ahead. You can post in. I think you're a mod. If you're not, I'll make you a mod.
Am I a mod?
Well, pretty. Just say something in the chat and to see. And if not, I'll just make you a mod. Go ahead, Tony. Okay. You doing your movies talk tonight or no?
Yeah, in about an hour, we're gonna be doing some movie talk on the channel, and we're branching out. I know Aaron is the wrestling guy, in the community, but I'm gonna go ahead and do some wrestling streams.
So I'm actually a sports guy too.
I got a couple people lined up. An actual ex-wrestler might pop in from time to time to talk some wrestling with us. Of course, we do video games, geek culture, movies, nerd stuff. Fridays, usually, we haven't been doing it for the last 2 weeks, but usually we'll watch a really shitty movie and then we'll talk over it and we'll give our hot takes about it. And we like to have fun, is what I'm saying. So if you like to be a nerd, a geek, a dork, but also have some fun, laugh at yourself and other people, come on over to the Geek Getaway. It is the one-stop shop for all things geek.
All right. Thank you, Tony, and thank you, DL. For me, I am okay. Yeah, okay.
Don't worry, I put my channel because I am a mod. Because real recognizes real, Aaron.
Okay, I see that shade you're throwing.
Thank you. Thank you. So, for me, I'm doing a sports stream tomorrow. I know you guys are not into sports all that much, but I do have sports people that been subscribing to me because of my shorts. So
there are some nice shorts. They got that nice blue trim on them.
No, yes, but if you notice, my channel has been growing in subs. A lot of it's from the sports people, not wrestling. But I'm sorry. So I have a sports stream tomorrow. I'm almost at 260 subs. That's good.
Nice.
Yeah. Goals to get to 1,000, obviously.
Me too.
Our main channel. Yeah, my main channel tonight. I do have a special Let's Talk Pop, but it is movie related and it's actually entertainment related. But it's gonna be about the writer's strike and how it could impact stuff.
Oh no!
Yeah. Because if you basically, I'll let you all know, they voted basically 97 to 98% of the people among the Writers Guild to authorize a strike. After May, when the contract expires May 1st. So this is to authorize. This is not going them on strike. It's just to authorize a strike.
Yeah, they do it all the time.
Yeah, they do that all the time. It's typical negotiations with unions and stuff, bargaining agreements, stuff like that. And yeah, that's later tonight. Thank you all. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and subscribe to all these people, please. Thank you. Take care, guys.
Don't leave yet, Aaron. You gotta tell them about your swole goals. Did you tell me you were going to start lifting weights You were gonna get swole for your wrestling talk.
Oh yeah.
Well, what are you benching now? 250?
Yeah, 250. I don't know.
Oh, brother.
I'll have Blind to train me. Be my gym trainer, whatever.
Your gym buddy.
Your gym buddy. Yeah. So with that, guys, take care.
Bye-bye.